video for how to use tagboard, tape, hot glue, and in other words, how to make mini sculptures. You're going to take a sheet in your sketchbook, so I have it on paper because it films better, and you are going to go ahead and write those things. On one side you're going to have can, and then you're going to draw a line, and the other side you're going to have can't. I'm going to go ahead and get you started, but you need to remember that your goal is to come up with 10 things you're able to get these supplies to do when building mini sculptures. So first off, don't forget that you cannot have cutting supplies on the hot glue mats. The hot glue gun and station should be off on its side, and cutting needs to happen in another area. You're welcome to use any of the cutting supplies we've already used for the safety video. And then I'm going to recommend that you always start sculptures with some sort of base. This helps keep your weight level. And then when you're trying to attach things, you always want to ask, well, what's going to work best? So if I'm going to function in the center, it's going to work best to use the hot glue. But if I were wanting to line something up on the edge, well, it's really hard to get hot glue on the edge, so this might be better with tape. Okay, so then it's kind of up to you how you put down your glue. You always want to check things first and make sure you have a nice clean line. So if you look here, when I cut, I have nice solid contact. And then I recommend putting the glue on the flat surface before putting it on the other surface. And then I've already pre-folded my paper because we learned that's essential. Oh, I didn't fold it correctly. Right. This is what I get for not drawing it out in advance. Now I'm having to work with hot glue, trying to be careful not to burn my fingers. So the first thing I learned was I can't work without pre-drawn lines. That was in the video, by the way. Okay, so once I have my zigzag down, so I can do zigzags. Zigzags are kind of nice because they keep it, that's strong. If I just had one sheet of paper going here, that's really pretty weak and it bends. So zigzags are strong, so I'm gonna write that down. Zigzags are strong. Okay, then I'm wondering, well, can I make more with my shape? So I'm going to take it, I'm going to just twist it. Okay, and I want to attach this, I think, like that. So because I'm wanting it to lay flat, flat is going to work better with tape. Now, you wouldn't think this, but tape's actually really expensive. So we always work in small quantities, and we would never ever waste the tape supply, because then Mrs. Russell might tell you you don't get to use tape in the art room anymore. So maybe I want to create depth. So I'm going to take this and tape this over to there, I think. So see? So I let it stick out a little bit. So it almost needs like a support, right? To get it, if I want it to stand there. So I'm going to write that down. Needs supports to stay in place. So your role now is to continue to build after you've tried these things out. Ooh! Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's a can't stay in place without supports. So you need 10 things on your list. Let's look at some examples that other students have done. So I had one student do this. This is an example of a 6. They actually didn't even finish fulfilling the video, and all they did was 2 zigzags. That's only one learning thing. That's not 2 separate things. It's just one's laying flat and one's laying up top. So this would not get a complete signature. This, however, let me stand it up. Oh, I've been playing with it, so now it doesn't stand. There it goes. This person realized that base doesn't need to be as big. Look, they got it to stand with all that negative space in there. They were able to figure out how to build upwards. So they actually had a list from this little teeny piece. They had like 15 things they could figure out. So really make sure that you're investigating, can it hold weight? How much weight can it hold? What do I have to do to it to get to hold weight? How little of the material do I need in order to get it to stand, right? All of those things, like I could learn something right now by trying to figure out how do I get this to stand up. So make sure you are documenting all of your learning and show me once you're done. Oh, and you have to photograph everything. We won't keep this. So make sure you are documenting everything with a photograph using either your Chromebook and saving it into your Google Drive or by using your cell phone and then sharing it with yourself.